All right, guys, and welcome to the Legacy Day podcast. I'm your host, Blake Hawkins, and today is going to be a legacy day. We're going to make big moves, big exponential, expansive actions. The creativity is going to come your way. We're going to make it happen. This is the Legacy Day podcast. All right, so let's jump right into this. Today's podcast, real quick, I want to jump right into how to turn adversity and challenge into growth and productivity and abundance. Now, oftentimes, whenever we're having challenges in business, in a project, in our home, in an organization, in some sort of initiative that we're working towards, and some sort of vision and goal that we're working towards, sometimes we see the challenges and the adversity as something that we're doing wrong. Sometimes we see the things as like, okay, we're making mistakes, or man, I'm going backwards. But what's crazy is oftentimes these are the moments where we literally transform ourselves and take ourselves to the next level. The real challenge is waiting too long to be able to see that opportunity. So, I'm a big believer that growth and expansion and abundance can come in a very powerful place, from a place of chaos, from a place of challenge, from a place of wartime, whether it's in a business or an organization. I'm a believer that some of your biggest leaps of growth, some of your biggest moments of expansion, some of your biggest moments of positive results and success oftentimes come from getting through a challenge and a storm. The biggest worry in this situation is having too much collateral damage and not recognizing the opportunity fast enough. And I mean, I've had this challenge. There's been often times where I'm going through a storm and it just clicks. It just clicks. And I'm like, man, I get it. I get what this is about. I see how I'm going to turn this into a monster expansion and just insane positive growth. Sometimes though, I feel like, man, I wish I would have saw this a little bit earlier. And sometimes it takes me some time to be able to see that opportunity. But I feel like if we are aware that this is how growth happens, if we're aware that that some of our biggest moments come from adversity and challenge and contraction, then maybe we can pick up the signal much faster and be able to shift gears and start turning things from, okay, here's the challenge, here's the chaos. How do I take this raw material? How do I shift this and direct this into creativity, abundance, and how do I channel it into positive expansion? Oftentimes, positive expansion comes from tightening up the bolts, tightening up the ship, kind of refining things, making things better, making things more optimal, optimizing your business, optimizing systems, growing your people, training your people, helping your organization refine and skill up and level up and get better. All we got to do is just take that raw energy of chaos, of getting punched in the gut and negative things happening, and seeing in that exact moment, what is the opportunity right here? Because within that moment, there is a golden opportunity to take that challenge and to transform it into something really successful. It's turning lead into gold. You can basically say it's like business alchemy, right? It's like organizational alchemy. It's like spiritual business, if you want to call it that. It's transformative. It's taking a challenge, taking adversity, and morphing that energy into something positive. Oftentimes for me, when I'm in a challenge and I'm in adversity, my focus is tighter. My energy is higher. My adrenaline is pumping. My determination gets stronger. My will to push forward and move forward gets strengthened in these moments of adversity. Now, of course, we don't always want to be in a place of wartime, but when you're in that situation, you can leverage those moments and leverage that energy to use it for positive growth. And for me, that's typically when I sharpen my eye to the detail, when I okay, I self-reflect and I realize I got to do better. There's things that I need to get better at. How can I improve as a leader, a business owner, entrepreneur, a change agent? How can I do better? How can I step my game up? And then I start shifting my focus from, man, this sucks. Why is this happening? To, okay, this is the opportunity. I got to take proper action. I got to take swift action. I got to be decisive. But where, not just to clean up the mess, but where can I shift and direct my energy to take this even bigger and better and stronger than it was before the storm came through? Man, business alchemy, business transformation, organizational change, being a change agent, harnessing challenge and transforming it into success and catapulting yourself into a new expansion. It's not easy. It's not easy. I think for me, the biggest thing is whenever I'm going through something difficult, man, it's asking why and getting stuck into focusing on what happened and the challenges that happened. That keeps you behind. It keeps you stuck in the past, and it keeps you blind from the opportunity to harness this energy, because that's really what it is. It's an opportunity for growth. My belief system is it's the way God actually takes us to our goals. God says, okay, I gave you this vision. I gave you this goal. This is from me. I gave it to you. You saw it. You believe in it. But what the form that you have now in your business is not going to be able to align to actualize the results that I'm going to bless you with. So what I got to do is we got to transform this current structure, and we got to move it over here. And we got to make it bigger. We got to make it stronger. We got to make it sturdy, and we got to make it that's going to be in alignment with the vision. And it is an opportunity to transform. But from the human perspective, it looks like we did something wrong. From the human perspective, it looks like we're failing. But there's an opportunity in this storm. And I feel like God uses storms to take you to where he wants you to go. It's actually not a negative, it's a positive. But the world will see it as a negative. So you have to be mentally strong, and you have to shift your perspective as, oh, this is how God's taking me to the next level. Yeah, the world sees this as failure. The school system says this is failure, but I know this is not failure. This is a momentary transformation, and it's going to feel a little wobbly, but God's going to take me to the other side. And when he does, my company, my organization that he is helping me build is going to be stronger, better, more effective, more expansive, more revenue. We're going to give back to the world even more. Our team members are going to be 10x happier, 10x more satisfied. Our culture is going to be stronger than ever. And it's going to align with the vision that God gave me and gave us and gave my team and the people that believe in this. Business alchemy. All right, guys, go out there, have a phenomenal day. Today is Legacy Day. Go create your legacy. You can do it today. Let's go.